let's talk about three different kinds of companies: startups, scale-ups, and the walking dead. Now, startups are companies that actually have long-term growth potential and could be in the future turning into unicorns. Those have a valuation of over $1 billion US. Now, other companies would like to consider themselves to be startups, but what they mean is they are just small businesses or they are just lifestyle businesses. And they're the ones that really struggle to get any kind of VC funding because the VC kind of says, how am I ever going to get my money back? And how are you ever going to address a $100 billion market? The other kind of companies are scale-ups. Now, they're past startups, so they've actually got a product market fit and they're in market and they're starting to go and they're starting to grow. And they're at a really, really critical time because they're starting to scale up. One of the biggest challenges for any business is the ability to scale. The third category of companies is what we call the walking dead. The walking dead are companies that have been limping along from funding round to funding round. They've never actually quite successfully launched, or they've never actually quite successfully gotten to major real traction. And with those kind of challenges, they are the walking dead. They just keep limping along. Now, who can kill the walking dead? The founders can say, time, I've had enough. The team can say, time, I've had enough, or the investors can say, time, I've had enough. And I tell you right now, in these really, really challenging times, this is the time for some startups to die. Some startups are going to die because they were unable to get past that next hurdle, even though they had really, really great potential and they could become billion-dollar companies. Some scale-ups are going to die, and they're going to die because just like an airplane at full throttle just after takeoff, almost ready to go, and they lose all power, meaning they lost their market, they lost their funding, they lost their investment, and they're going to crash on takeoff before they ever actually got to take flight. And some of the walking dead are going to die as well. And they're going to be the ones where the founder is exhausted, where the team is exhausted, and where the investors are exhausted. And it's just time to take this opportunity to put a bow on this, to draw a line under this, to bring this chapter to a close, and for founders, for teams, and for investors to get ready to go to the next level, to go to the next story. These are indeed challenging times. But on the other side, there are going to be really interesting, amazing opportunities. VCs are looking for really, really good investment opportunities in viable businesses, in viable scale-ups, and in viable startups. On the other side of this crisis, there's going to be a huge number of people that are looking for new employment opportunities, new teams. Some of the best talent is going to be available because it's no longer associated with a particular company, big or small. And there are going to be new customers. New customers with new ideas, new customers with new challenges and new opportunities for you to build business around. Also, on the other side, there's going to be new ways of working. We're learning a lot about remote conferencing. We're learning a lot about remote working. We're learning about what procedures you need to have in place, what policies you need to have in place, what technology you need to have in place in order to make all of these new ways of working actually function. Yes, these are challenging times. And yes, some startups may die. But the ones who survive will indeed thrive. It's going to really be an amazing time on the other side. My name's Troy Norcross from SER Team. I'm a consultant. I work with enterprises and small businesses to help them form value propositions, business models, and go-to-market strategies. I also do advising for startups who are looking to raise money and talking to investors to help them qualify and identify, are these startups really worth investing in? Where are their strengths and where are their weaknesses? Thank you for your time and have a great afternoon.